how's it going? So we're gonna create a custom filter. I'll show you how to do it. It's super easy. And then how to use it in 3 different ways. So one is gonna be in the HTML, one is gonna be inside a controller, and then third is gonna be inside an attribute. So let's say, you know, you're doing something with the engine. Well, let's say you're doing like ng repeat, and then you need to create some kind of a pipe. They're normally called pipes or filters, and then you can use it in there. Okay, so I'll show you how to do it. So I have it set up in here the long way, which is like this, and I'll show you then the easy way. So I have all filter function, which takes this entire app as an argument, and then we have this function here, and then we're gonna stack filters on top of it. So this is enterprise setup, right? You can do it this way, or if you're kind of beginner, you can ignore this code for now and just we're gonna take the app dot filter, name your filter, let's multiply by 2, and then this thing takes a function. Okay, so now here you have to return second function with an argument, which is gonna be my number. Any argument, you can call it whatever the hell you want, right? It's up to you. And then you're gonna return, well, this function is like whatever calculation. We want to multiply by 2, so let final equals my number multiplied by my number. Multiply by 2, right? Multiply by 2. And then return final. You can do it either this way, or you can do it return number multiplied by 2. I mean, it's up to you, completely up to you. Alright, so that's it. It's good to go. It's that easy. Okay, so now let's go ahead and use it. Let me just remove this stuff. So let's say, so we should not supposed to, okay, so it's gonna be in here. Let me maybe uncomment the rest. So you don't, oh my goodness. I'll leave it, I'll just leave it. Just look in here, in the filters. Okay. So let's add h1 tag and let's do multiply by 2 filter. So let's add our little curly brackets. Okay, so the way filters work is kind of like standard pipes, currencies, whatever you put on the left, mini or symbol, and then the name that you gave to the filter. Like this. And then that's it. It works. You see? So we have 10. Then our filter kicked in. Multiply by 2. This gives you 20. So if you want to see you can see them in here. Whoops. My number, like this. So now we can see the, you see arguments. We can see that the 10 is being passed through here. And then it's kind of like you're calling this, suppose a function, and then that's going to be your argument, which is going to be in here, you see. You're effectively calling this function, and it takes the argument from the left, and then you can kind of do your magic stuff in it. Okay, I did some experimentation, and to pass multiple arguments, so you see we have arg2. Well, let's do arg1, arg2, arg3. Alright, so here's how it works. The first argument has to go through here, pipe, the name of your filter, which is multiplied by 2. And then you can stack infinite number of arguments by using the semicolon, you see? So you can stack arguments like this way. It's a bit weird, but I mean... And I tried without the pipe, it's not going to work. So you cannot do like this. It's just not going to work. So you see, you have to start... So you have to start with the first argument being in here. And let's put 15. And then all other arguments infinitely can go here. But I mean, it's such a probably edge case. I don't think you're gonna be using it too much, but just be aware you can do that, right? So you see, we can have as many arguments as we want. Okay, so this is how we use it inside HTML. So the next question is, let's just remove this so we don't get confused. So next case is, how do we use it inside of the controller? So my controller is in here, which is kind of separate. Most of the time it's probably going to be somewhere here for you, but in this case my controller is here. Okay, so the first thing you do is you add filter. It's a built-in dependency. You don't need to import anything, you don't need to install anything. It's like scope or HTTP, it's already built in. Okay, so then let's do let filter in controller equals, so you call this bad boy like this, and then what do you do? 1 second. So then it's gonna be a string, which is the name of your filter. So where's the name of your filter? Which is multiplied by 2. And then we pass our arguments in here. So let's do 3. So this should be 6, right? Because our first argument is multiplied by 2. So let's see. Yeah, so we have 6. Okay. And we can see arguments are coming in. Now I haven't checked it, but let me try it. I'm assuming you're probably gonna be... Your arguments are probably gonna be something like this. My guess is probably something like this. Let's see. Yeah, there they are. Okay, so this is the way you call multiple inside the controller. And this is the way you do it inside the HTML. So this is like multiples. Let me just record it. Okay, and the final case is... okay, let's say you're doing some mapping. Alright, let's say you're doing some mapping. So let's create an array. Scope, my array. Let's just do 3 entries. And we go into... Let's just comment this out. So we want to do a li ng repeat item in my array. Okay, and let's just put item in here. Okay, so now we're gonna have our little thing going. Okay, so how? Because sometimes you need to use pipes or filters inside code like this. You know, this is like attributes or whatever the hell you call them. They're called attributes, or normally they're called pipes. So how do you use it in here? And in here it's very, very easy. You take the name, and to pass an argument, it's basically like this. Let's do 55. Okay. So you will see that the argument was passed. Now I'm not going to show you how to use it because yeah, you see, because it's using the first. Oh my god. Yeah. So we can. So now it's going to work, I think, right? No, it's not parsing. Hold on, how do we separate? Wait, 1 second. Yeah, so you see, normally in here you would be using a filter, because what it does is it takes. Well, the issue in here is like when you're putting this thing like this, my array is going to be passed as an argument into here first. Okay? And then all other arguments you're passing by like this. Kind of like exactly the same way in here. So now I just realized why the filter works. I'm just kind of like, okay. Bottom line, when you're using this filter in here, be aware that the first argument is going to be the entire array or the object that you are repeating, ng repeat, right? And then other arguments you can pass through the usual, like this. So, oh, I forgot to save, I think. Yeah, I forgot to save. Yeah, so you see your array is going to be your first argument, and then all other arguments are passing through here. But you can see that it's just not really digging this, because I honestly, I can't think of the top of my head when I will be using it in this type of use case, so I just kind of did it through ng repeat, so I can show you that it will work in here as well. So that's kind of that's about it. So again, this is how you do it in the HTML. We just put whatever it is on the left. It's going to be the first. We call the filter, which is the name of the filter, and then the first argument is going to be whatever is on the left, and then all other arguments are going to go here. All right, this way. And to use it inside of the controller, shite. Oh. We basically import this thing. Then is going to be string, which is the name of the filter. And then your arguments are going to be passed in here like this. And then that's about it. Yeah, so you see there it is. Let's do, I don't know, 6, 7, 8. So there it is, you see. Okay, that's about it. Take care, bye bye.